right in here.
How come your camera's not coming on?
Ooh, yeah, see, he's a bugger.
She was tied by the boulder, hunters and jumpers close both hands.
Here she comes
Your
up.
camera just takes too long. You have to be really...
Slowly going to give him a drive around your hand. Bosco, driven by trainer Ingrid Day in 2005, received top 10 as a regional Reno. Nevada last week won reserve champion at his final show of the season. He also enjoys tangerine or chew on special occasions, and he also loves to be scratched. Tiger 5 championships and reserve championships at the Western Championship Show and 2 championships and reserve championships at the World Championship Show.
Behind those poles.
You want to try this instead?
And I didn't know, but I guess it's very... So anyway, this is how, once the horse learns to ground drive and is responding, this is where we're going to start putting the blinders on the horse and show you how we start to put a cart to the horse safely. So first, this is under the assumption that your horse already ground drives to a certain extent in a small area. We don't recommend you do this in this large area the first time you hook your horse. Try and keep it in a confined area, maybe a 24 by 24 corral. If you have a small arena, go there. Don't try and do it out in the open.
Yeah, this, like she's saying, this was supposed to be later, but they rescheduled us up here for some reason. So the next one, down below, will be showing you to get to this point. Does everybody understand that? You know, okay, we're right. Let it go along with it. But okay, so this is like we say, this is a country harness, or it would pass as a country harness at a show. The horses would already know all about this, so we're just going to go ahead and put it on for you guys so you see how we do it. There's different ways, but we like to do it where it's comfortable for the horse and it's easy to adjust as you're putting it on your horns. So when we go to the shows, they all are numbered, they all got a name tag on it, and then you say what horse is going, this number comes up, you put it on. We don't have to keep adjusting them all the time, especially when you're in a hurry changing classes and stuff like that. This is a new harness, so it's a little stiff.
So basically, we put on the single part first, then the crouper. Next comes the breast collar.
We also going to tighten that trooper up a little bit. I like them a little tighter than that. This should just come up and not be too low on the neck or too high to stay into the windpipe. So you're going to see that she holds it sideways.
Raise the bit right where his neck, just slightly above the point of the shoulder. So it's just slightly above. If it's too low, it lines up in their shoulder. They cannot move. You get it too high, it cuts off their air so they cannot breathe. So if it's just slightly above the point of the shoulder. Some of your harnesses will come with a breast collar tie back. It's very good. It keeps this from sitting down on their neck.
Sliding on their neck.
And hooked to the surcingle itself. So then you adjust the straps up and down on this particular piece so you can get your proper measure.
And you lost it. Sometimes that happens.
Then we put our forearm between their ears. It keeps their head from going too high.
Stick the finger in the corner of the mouth,
And we
but
rest the bit on just our fingertips with our thumb hanging out to the side. So when we go to your horse, you lay it in front of his face, you pull slightly up with your right hand while your left thumb sticks in the corner of his mouth. You notice he goes la la la. When he's doing that, you just slide it up in there. Because the more you bang on their teeth and put it in and take it out, the more resentful your horse will be. Then you're going to have a problem getting it in and out. Once you've pulled it up, then we like to take the far ear, the right ear, push it forward, because no horse likes to have this done.
okay.
So push it forward through the headstock. Then you come to the near ear. Pushing it forward, goes to the headstock.
All horses, we run all horses with martingales on them. Some people don't, and it's not mandatory in our breed of horses to have them. I like them. It's just sort of like emergency brake type thing. If you haven't got one on, he gets his nose up. There's nothing to bring his nose back down. He's just going on down. So we're going to show you how we adjust ours. That they got a lot of play here. But when they decide to throw their way up and get spooked, they hit them, but reminds them to come back down. And a lot of them don't accept it at first when you first start your horse. And this is again your whole training thing. A lot of them don't even like to accept the calves on. I don't start off with the calves on, just so the horses relax and understand what the bit's all about. And then it has to stay there. Okay. Then I always start them off loose. I want this loose for a little bit. A lot of them start them off tight, and it just brings on an argument for quite a while, because he's trying to figure out why are you pulling him up when normally his head is down in this area here. So I like to learn what this is. Pretty much. And so we like him to be quiet. See, I'm a very slow trainer. So the horse picks it up, and I don't care after he's been there.
So the first object is you've got to teach your horse to go forward. You spend lots and lots of time on
Go in a straight line and listen to it. So when you pull, you want him to go where you want him to go. I do a lot of this kind of work, an awful lot of work behind the horse. Everybody says, well, there are little horses you can make it do it. Well, this is true, you can't. But you teach them to do it. We want to teach them so they know how to do it. Instead of forcing them to do it. If you have to tell them the other people ain't forceful, they can't do anything with them.
The more time you spend on the ground, the more likely you are to stay in the cart seat when you get behind them. Don't be in a hurry, cut corners, trying to get to the cart too fast. You want to make sure that your horse knows go and whoa. Most people are either a clucker or a kisser. So they're either so whichever one you're best at, use that one. And then we do use the word whoa. Because you don't have the option of being able to sit down on your horse and do too much of that and get him to fly away from the horse. You're 6-7 feet behind him. So you've got to know that word. You've got to be able to respond to that word. Don't think, just stop. Because in a cart, you're already a handicap.
A lot of people get scared in the cart because they don't understand what they do. When you're on a horse, you can feel what the horse is doing. When you're driving him, it's all something different. So you have to feel him through your hands and watch your horse. Most of the horses, as you've been working with them, they'll tell you when something's up, or if something that you're not doing right or they're not doing right, makes them go ahead and pay attention. But then you really get them to...
We reverse our horses to the outside as compared to if you were riding West English. A lot of times they were reversing to the inside. We reverse them to the outside. Notice the horse.
Okay.
You notice the horse getting excited or nervous. I stop and step off with it.
And we work together because she can tell what the horse is doing. I don't have to tell her to stop.
I turn over to him, he runs on the horse. Sometimes I will stand here, pet, scratch. He starts to kind of get a little nervous and jerky. I can be here to relax, pet, scratch. And he turns it over to me, and I do it on this side. Whatever you do on one, you must do on the other side. And we'll bring it up to front. We'll bang it back and forth. Just so he gets used to it. Because once this gets on his body, this is basically a body split. He cannot flex and turn quite as nicely as doing it to your Westerners can. He's going to split. Okay, then once he passes this test, then we're going to run the end shafts up to the cut loop.
This time, she'll be running the back. I run the front. And we just stand still and we work this cart. Make the horse get off the cart. Now, our show horses By the time that they get to this point, especially the hauler horses, they know a lot of the boots ain't gonna get them or anything like that. But